Hey guys, what's up? It's Mr. Stubbs coming to you live from Ridgeview STEM Junior High. Actually, we're on recording, but anyway, it's a beautiful 2-hour delay day for our students here at Ridgeview. But today, we're going to talk about vertical angles, and we talked a little bit about this a week or a week and a half ago. I think we need to hit on this a little bit more. So let's just get a little refresher as to what vertical angles are. As you can see here, I feel like a weatherman. You gotta look the opposite way of what you're actually looking into the camera. Vertical angles are angles formed when two lines intersect. So, do my best here to draw a couple of lines. All right, so that's when two lines intersect, and we know we can call this angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. All right, so you can see those. Now, the angles that are directly across from each other are the vertical angles. So there's two pairs of these. So you have angle 1, which is equivalent to angle 3. All right, and then you have angle 2, which is equivalent to angle 4. So this angle here and this angle here are equivalent to each other, and this angle here and this angle here are equivalent. Another thing that's pretty cool about intersecting lines is they also create pairs of supplemental angles. So for instance, angle 1 and angle 2 make up a 180-degree angle. Angle 1 and angle 4 make up a 180-degree angle. Angle 4 and angle 3 do as well, and so do angle 3 and angle 2. So when you create the angle, you're actually creating one big circle, which is why altogether the four angles should add up to be 360 degrees, the degrees in a circle. So let's take a look at an example problem of one of these. So just like we did in complementary and supplementary, we're going to have to solve for some missing angles, which can be a little bit difficult. These obviously take practice to get good at. So let's look at the first example it wants us to do. All right, so let's draw a set of intersecting lines. All right, and it tells us that this angle right here, this is the only angle they give us. It tells us that that is 73 degrees. All right, and then it says that this is angle 2, angle 1, and angle 3. And of course, it's going to ask us to solve for the three missing angles. Well, the easiest one to find is angle 1, because we know angle 1 is a vertical angle to the angle given, which is 73 degrees. So we can say that angle 1 is 73 degrees. Now, what do we do with the other two? Well, we can use the tools and the resources that we already know. All right, and we know that this 73 degrees right here with this angle 2 creates a supplemental angle. So we can take, we can say that angle 2 equals 180 minus 73, which ends up being 107 degrees. So 107 degrees there for angle 2. So this one is 107. We already know that this one is 73. So we know if angle 2 is 107 degrees, then angle 3 is also going to be 107 degrees. So those are this is probably the easiest type of example we have. This is a level 1 type of example. All right, another level 1 example that we might see. Let me check the time here real quick. We're good. Another example we might see is in written description. So for example, we might get a problem like this, where it says, in triangle GKJ, the measure, that's what that little m stands for, of angle G equals 72 degrees, and the measure of angle J equals 28 degrees. And the question says to write and solve, which we sometimes leave out, an equation to find the measure of angle K. So we want to find the measure of angle K. Well, we got to use what we know about a triangle. And yesterday we had a conversation that triangles, their angles add up to be 180 degrees. So if we know angle G and angle J are 72 and 28, we can find this missing third angle simply by setting up an equation. All right, so if we know angle G is 72, we can add that to angle J, which is 28, and then we could say plus angle K equals 180 degrees, okay? So 72 plus 28 plus angle K, which we don't know yet, equals 180 degrees. So let's add up 72 and 28. So 72 and 28 gives us exactly 100 plus angle K equals 180 degrees. Okay, so now we have 100 plus some number, which is going to be angle K, equals 180 degrees. So we can just subtract 100 from both sides like we would in a two-step equation, and we can figure out that angle K is 80 degrees. And this problem was nice, guys, because it gave us two of the angles. So when we have two of the angles of a triangle, we can always find that missing third angle because we know that a triangle adds up to be 180 degrees no matter what each of those angles actually is. All right, so let's take a look at a question that has a little bit more work to it, okay? We're going to look at a set of vertical angles here. All right, and this one is going to be, this is the kind that you did on the Khan Academy assignment, and a lot of you put in some really good perseverance work on that. I saw some of you guys did it 3, 4, 5 times until you started to understand what the questions were asking you. So if we look at an example kind of like we did on Khan, so you got a set of intersecting lines. Before I do that, let me check the time real quick. We're good. And it tells us that this angle right here is 5x plus 20 degrees. 5x plus 20 degrees. Right then, you guys are like, oh man, they're not giving it to us as an actual angle. They're giving us the angle as an expression, and we're going to have to solve. All right? So the other one is 3x plus 66 degrees. All right, so our top angle is 5x plus 20. Our bottom angle is 3x plus 66 degrees. Okay, so let's not get overwhelmed. Let's figure out what we do know. Let's reflect back on what tools that we have and resources that we have to know some of the things before we get started. Well, if we remember back to the start of this video, vertical angles, the angles that are straight across from each other. So I know that this angle, whatever it is, and this angle, whatever it is, they're going to be equal to each other. So if you remember on the cons, we took those two expressions and we set them equal to each other. So let's do that right now. So we got 5x plus 20 equals 3x plus 66. Everybody should be able to do that. All I did was took my two expressions and set them equal to each other. I didn't do anything crazy, just put an equal sign to make it an equation between the two expressions because they are vertical angles, so I know they're going to be equal. Now comes like the little chess match, the game. Which side do I move things? Because I got to get my variables, in this case x's, on one side and my numbers on the other. So I always look, this is just me, I always look at my variables first. and I want to create a positive number, so I'm going to take the smaller number and move it to the other side. So in this case, that would be the 3x. So if I could subtract 3x from both sides, these will cancel out, and I'm left with 2x plus 20 equals 66. Now you have something that looks familiar, a two-step equation. Okay? So to get rid of this 20, we have a plus 20. What do we have to do? You? Is anybody awake? Anybody? Okay, I'll tell you what it is. All right. Plus 20, opposite of that is minus 20. So that will get rid of that. So we got 2x on the left side, bring our equal sign down, and then 66 minus 20. Jimmy? Oh, you don't know? Oh, you better phone a friend. Oh, you do have your cell phone. Oh, that's a calculator. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, 46. Okay? 2 times what number will give me 46? Well, I can simply do this by doing the opposite of multiplication, which is division. And these will drop out, and x will equal whatever 46 divided by 2 is, which is 23. But ladies and gentlemen, x is not the answer. X is just the variable. Now we have to plug the variable back into each expression to see what those two angles are. On Khan, I know it only asked you to solve for x, but I want you to find out what each angle measure actually is. So let's plug in our 23 back in to this expression and this expression. So we go over here. So instead of 5x, I'm going to substitute x with 23 because that's what we solved for. And then don't forget the plus 20. Okay, and then our other expression, instead of 3x, it's going to be 3 times 23 plus 66. So you can take a moment there to do those two problems. Press pause. I know you want to quickly get back to this video to hear the important information that I'm presenting to you. But press pause and see if you can figure out what the two angles are. All right, we back. So 5 times 23, okay, which is what? 115 plus 20. Okay, so 115 plus 20 tells me that this is 135 degrees. So the top angle is 135 degrees. And let's look at this one. 3 times 23, okay, which is 69 plus 66, which will give me 135 degrees. So the two angles that we solved for, we knew from the start that they were going to be equal to each other. 135 degrees, 135 degrees. And if we wanted to know what these other two angles are, we could simply do the supplement of one of the angles. So we know that one of them is 135. We know that this angle here and this angle here would be the supplement. So all you would have to do is take 180 minus 135 and you can figure out what each of these two angles are. So with that being said, that concludes our lesson here for today. I know this is a little bit of a short period, so I just wanted to create a video because I still think we were a little bit unclear on vertical angles and solving for those missing angles when they're given to us like this in an expression. So hopefully this helped you out a little bit today, and hopefully we have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.